Yes, I have my debut here. This is from Serial Killer Support Group. This is from chapter 4, so it's right after Cyra, the main character, jumps through some very morally questionable hoops in order to gain access to the support group, and she's about to attend her very first meeting, and she's pretending to actually be a serial killer in order to infiltrate them. The meetings took place in the basement of a shabby former recreation center in Queens, at least for now. Apparently, according to the rules Python sent her after their encounter, the location changed every time a killer left or was kicked out of the group in order to preserve secrecy. Having the meetings in Queens worked well for Cyra because at least she didn't have to travel an hour into the city, but it also concerned her because it was only a few miles from her apartment, and the thought of one of the maniacs following her home and finishing her off before she could get justice for Mira made her uncomfortable. The rec center was on a block with a deli, a smattering of residential houses, and a karate studio that looked like it had been used rigorously for a month 20 years ago and then never again. According to Python's instructions, the current meetings started promptly at noon every Tuesday. Serial killers strolling through Queens, passing hundreds of people to casually chat about their crimes. It was unfathomable, which was perhaps how Cyra managed to remain calm about the fact that she was walking right into the belly of the beast. That and the fact that she didn't care what happened to her anymore. Still, Cyra had purposefully planned to show up a few minutes late, not wanting to chance being alone with any of the men until she absolutely had to be. In her bag was a change of clothes and her glasses so she could duck into a coffee shop after the meeting to switch outfits. She planned to double back on the subway, taking multiple wrong stops and changing trains often to ensure she wasn't followed. Cyra had been instructed to slip in through the gated entrance of the rec center, open the unlocked lobby door, and head down to the basement level meeting room. Despite being an unused building, the lobby was still papered with flyers, and the stairs leading down to the lower level had cheerful posters of stock families playing sports. Only a fine layer of dust over the surfaces revealed the building's disuse. Downstairs, the hallway stretched ahead to reveal several meeting rooms and a pair of bathrooms near the staircase. Following instructions, Cyra approached a door with a little black plaque affixed to it. The plaque proclaimed it was the lower level reading room. She paused at the door. The person she was about to become had to be separate from herself. A killer. A monster. She already looked different. Now her insides had to match. The night before, Cyra practiced facial expressions in front of her makeup mirror while sitting on her couch. She put on a series of horror films, each one more gruesome and violent than the last. She practiced keeping her face still during jump scares, her eyes blank during torture scenes, and her expression bland and neutral when the bad guy slaughtered innocent characters. It was eerie seeing her own face become so emotionless, and how quickly she picked it up. Cyra took a few deep breaths, as if she was trying to head off a panic attack. She imagined a blast of cold air from the freezer back home rolling over her face. Confident. This woman is confident, she told herself, pulling her shoulders back, lifting her chin up. Where Cyra hunched, her new persona straightened. Instead of anxiously examining everything around her, Cyra's gaze became still, focused, confident, and cold. She exhaled and entered the room.